Hey, this is Nate Lindquist. Welcome to the first Morning Warrior video. I'm so excited about this because I've always wanted to have a video that I could share with you that would be of value to help kickstart your day, get things going in the right direction. And I've had so many requests for something to help people jumpstart the day and get the juices flowing. So this is the first of what will be many Morning Warrior videos. It'll be a chance for you to just tune in and know that you'll have a moment of inspiration and get those brain cells firing, get yourself woken up and jumpstart your day. So every one of us wakes up in the morning and says to ourselves, I want to have a better day. I want to be better. I don't know if you did it today, but you have some part of your life where you're not getting the results that you want. And you say, today it's going to be better. Today I'm going to do something different. The problem is that you end up failing in that. I call that the failed promises that we make to ourselves, because you worked really hard to condition yourself and create a pattern in two different areas. These two areas where you've practiced an awful lot of getting the results that you don't want. So you have to, as a warrior recognizes, okay, if I slow things down, if I hit that pause button between the stimulus, what I'm sensing, and how I interpret that information, there's room in here for me to be powerful, for me to say, what does this mean? What strategy am I using to get this version of me or this experience that I don't want? Better means I have to know where I am, I have to know where I want to be and get a good picture of that, and I have to see the distance between the two. So a warrior says, okay, I'm gonna look closely. What strategy am I using to get this feeling that isn't the feeling that I want? And there's things that you're practicing. So to fail at those promises, you're thinking a certain way, right? Because there's thinking that goes into getting a certain result. There's strategy includes thinking, and then there's moving. So let me give you an example. If you play tennis and you get a stroke in tennis that gets the ball over the net, but you're not winning matches, then your coach might say, change your grip on the racket. So you change your grip, and you see that by changing this grip, by changing my strategy for getting the goal of getting the ball over the net, I can get a different result. But initially, it seems hard, right? That's why we fail at our promises, because I'm making this change and it's not easy. As a matter of fact, I was doing better when I had the wrong grip. But then we practice that move over and over and over again, and in time, we're starting to get the ball over the net 3 times, maybe 4 times more, dramatically faster. Now almost automatically we have a better stroke and we get a better result. The same thing applies to how you think. You have to be brave and bold and be able to look at how you're getting what strategy you're using to get this result, and you have to say, I'm willing to think differently. Because frankly, in everything that you do, the way that you think about it is driven by either consciously changing how you get the result or doing what you've always done automatically. It's either a product of conditioning or a product of thinking it through and doing something differently. And you and I both know it's a lot easier to just do what you've always done, because that's what I know. If I said jump in and drive a stick shift, you're going to jump in. If you know how to drive a stick shift, it's automatic. It's what's called unconscious competence. You're going to jump in, you're going to take the jump in, you're going to take the car for a spin. And if I said, well, what exactly did you do to drive it? You're going to say, well, I just drove it. It's what I do. I drove a stick shift. The same thing comes with your thinking. So I want to give you a specific example of how you can practice a new strategy. You have to recognize the result that you're getting right now. So you might say, I don't like my weight. I don't like my income. I don't like my job or my feeling every day. Maybe I feel rushed or low energy or negative in the morning. Let's use that as an example. If you feel negative in the morning, look at what strategy you're using to feel negative. 9 times out of 10, it's because you're using questions of decrease. You're asking questions. Your brain will answer the questions you ask. So be a warrior. Get in between stimulus and interpretation. And in that space, that's where you get to decide, am I going to respond to what I'm seeing, or am I going to react to it and do what I've always done? And then say, okay, if in the morning I got out of bed and I asked questions of increase instead of questions of decrease, this is what it looks like. Here's a question of decrease. Why am I always late? Or, oh, how come the weather's so crappy? Your brain's going to say, because you live in a really bad place. You could never move where you wanted to live, and it's too bad you don't live someplace warm. Or you're always late because you're not prepared. And these are the questions of decrease that lower your self-confidence. But if you ask questions of increase, you can say, why am I so smart? Who do I love and who loves me? What am I grateful for? How can I work half the time and get 10 times the positive outcome while spending more time with my family? Ask that question. Come up with 20 ways to do that. Get yourself asking questions to get better answers. That's how a warrior changes the way he or she practices, the way you think, or the way that you move. Warriors create their life. They aren't a product of circumstance. I'll see you in tomorrow morning's video.